these are the designs that we're going to use in this card. Now we've got this one here, which is the 3D. I'm not going to use this one, but you could use that on another card as a topper. So those are my 3D ones. Then I've also got this. I'm going to make a card. It's got a fluted edge there. That's the template. Just cut it out, draw around it, and make your card. We've also got two backing papers here as well. One with the large fish and one with a small version of the same fish. So those are the papers we're going to work with. And there's the card that I've made. This is the template I used. A piece of card over the top, underneath, sorry, then draw around it, crease along here, you can see the line, cut it out, and then fold, and you've got your card. That's the card that we're going to work on. Now I've got the card here ready, and this is the first backing paper I'm going to use. Now I've already started this. What I've done is I measured how wide my card was, and I found some mirror card, and I just cut a strip and then stuck that onto the front of the card with that one there. Now I've made it longer than I need it to be, because that's the way I like to do it. So what I'm going to do now is just put some glue on here. Now I know how big it's going to be, about there. So I'm just going to put a blob of glue in the center there. There you go, and just tick it off. And that's going to go. Now I'm going to overlap the fluted lines here and then cut across at the end. You can cut it to fit exactly if you want to. And it's good because you can line it up with the pattern here as well. So that's going on there like that. Now once that's stuck down, you think, well, that's a bit daft, overhanging like that. Well, all you do then is following the back of the card. You can actually feel it with your scissors, and then just cut across like that, and then there's your card then ready for the next section. Now I've taken the next background paper and I've done exactly the same with I've cut a strip that'll go down the middle, and I've stuck it onto some silver card. This is going to fit onto the top of this card here in the middle there like that. But before I stick it down, I've put some double-sided foam tape on the back. Now I've made this a little bit bigger again so I can trim the edges and make a nice straight line so it's stuck, there's no ragged bits. So all you've got to do is line this up exactly where you want it and just stick that down like so. And then all you've got to do is, you can see the edges there, and just butt your scissors up to the edge and trim the edges so they're nice and neat. Now the edges are now trimmed off, as you can see, and I stuck a strip of foam tape down the center there. Just take the backing off. I've also cut an inch here, about an inch wide, of some of the same metallic or mirror card, and I'm going to pop that on the top again, overlapping like so, straight as you can, and then you've just got to take your scissors and trim either side again. Next, cut out all your 3D fishes and then layer them together, and if you want, varnish them too. there you can see the finished fish. Now, you didn't have to varnish it. I didn't have to, in fact. But if you do, it really transforms the fish from a piece of paper into, it looks like it's ceramic, it glistens, and it really stands out on whatever project that you're doing. So if you're doing your 3D work, I always like, wherever possible, to give them a few coats of varnish. So there's my finished card ready for my fish. Now I've got some foam pads on the back, I'm going to stick it down, but what I could have done is put some little hooks, little kind of U-shaped pieces of card on the back and then slotted it onto the centre bit, so you could have moved your fish up and down. But as I said, I've got some foam pads here on the back, so I'm just sticking that one back on. So just decide where you want it. I'm just going to just go for the obvious, right in the middle. And I think this looks absolutely fantastic. You've got the shiny fish in the middle, and you've got all the mirror card there shining as well. I think that's a beautiful card, and you can put sentiments on there or doll it up as much as you like.